Hey guys, welcome back to RC Legends, and as always, thank you for clicking on today's video. It's massively appreciated. So yeah, again, I'm still not doing the hobby, but I thought for this channel I'll just bring you up to date. There's not a great deal happened. I've not done a thing, but there is a couple of new arrivals, which are pretty damn cool. So first one, obviously, is the anniversary edition, the clear version of the Team Associated RC10. I just absolutely loved that when that came out. I was like, that's just a cool display piece. And I didn't think it was mega expensive. I thought it was going to be dearer than it was. I think we paid, because we pre-ordered right at the beginning when it was just launched. I think it was $319 US, including postage from the US. Which I didn't think was a bad price, because it's a bloody RC10 at the end of the day. I know it's a display only one. Some people are running them, but for me, obviously, it's just for display. Absolutely no rush to build this, but yeah, and it'll have the clear vibe all the way along. I'm going to make it look like Team Associated's promo video did when I can't remember. I believe all the decals are in there to copy what they did. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I should have said at the beginning, sorry, a massive thank you and shout out to Keith over at RC Icons. Obviously Keith's in the US, and initially when this first come out, I don't know, we didn't know if it was going to be a limited run or not, and I wrongly assumed it would be, because I didn't imagine them producing a lot of these in case they didn't sell. So I was really jumping at a bit, so I was like, Keith, could you please order me one? Because getting one to Canada, it would have been okay now, but at the time, yeah, I kind of talked myself into it was going to be very difficult to get. Anyway, obviously, Keith being Keith, agreed. I sent him my cash over. But we missed the first ones, the first batches, which is a good thing, because that's the first batches had the packaging a little bit different and the bodies were getting scratched. So this was the second run of them, I believe, where the bodies are mint. So yeah, really cool thing to have. We'll build it at some point, but absolutely no rush. I just wanted one. Also, then you long-term viewers will have heard the name Joseph before. I've mentioned him in quite a few of my videos. He sends me really cool stuff. He actually sent me the original RC10, believe it or not. Anyway, he messaged me out of blue again and just said, "Look, I've got you two tap and drills for when you're building this." I was like, it's just too kind. Just sent me them, bought them and then sent me them. So yeah, tap and drill set. Two different sizes, obviously. We've got 440 and 832. Their sizes I know nothing about. But anyway, yeah, when we do, I'll put these in the box, and then we do come to build it. I believe you can build it straight out of the box, but I believe from people who built them already, if you just run a tap through the holes first, it just makes life a lot easier. So we'll definitely do that. And he also sent me a cool set of vintage decals, which is really cool. New wave cells, love the colours, very 90s, a new generation in matching, so new wave cells, so it's obviously batteries. Team New Wave, it's not anything I've heard of before. I wonder if it's a US team, US manufacturer, but nevertheless very cool neon decals, which I like. So that's that, and then come on to this thing, which I'm over the moon to get. So I think I have mentioned it a couple of times on videos on this channel. I'm really obsessed about the Kyosho 60th anniversary edition of the Optima Mid, the green one they've done, but just can't afford it. Just cannot afford it. But it's a one out of all these, it's the one I really want, but it's really expensive. Yeah, I just love it. I think I'd spot to Keith. I mentioned Keith. I was like, I need to sell some stuff to get this, because I've got parts everywhere that I'll never use. And I was kind of just like thinking, do I just do an infantry? Infantry is an army term, isn't it? Infantry. What's the word? I have a second brain fart today on video. Do I just stop and wait till it comes to me? Itinerary. Infantry. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not the brightest, as you all know. Anyway, if I did that, then you know there's tons of little bits I could sell. Not worth great value, but all that'll add up. Anyway, I never did it, so I had a little bit of money put aside, and this came up on Canadian Facebook Marketplace on Facebook. So I can't even remember what I paid for it, which is pretty useless. But it was a price. It was roughly the same price that I could buy the kit. That's what I paid for it from somewhere else. But this has got a ton of goodies with it, which I'm going to show you, which was a bit that it sold me. So, yeah, standard Riri Optima Mid, which is just super cool anyway. I have an original Optima Mid. Shout out to Dave. So, the whole purpose of this for me is doing what Kyosho did back in the day, and after the Optima Mid came the Turbo Optima Mid, which is possibly my favourite version of that car. Not out of the three I'm talking about, the short wheelbases. The Tom's long wheelbase is probably my favourite, although I've never seen one in real life. And I am wondering in the future if I get hold of another Riri Optima Mid, because you can buy the long wheelbase chassis and everything else, the wheels, tyres. I think it's all available now to make a really nice replica Kyosho Tom's Mid, which Tom's is Turbo. What is it? Turbo Optima Mid Special. Hence Tom's. Really nice car. Anyway, I digress. But the three standard mids, obviously the standard Optima Mid came first, which was this one. Then the Turbo Mid came. Slight differences, obviously. Colour and the decals completely changed. And I probably should have looked this up. I'm doing this from memory. I think the difference from a Turbo Mid from a standard Mid was it has the same chassis, metal chassis, but they countersunk the screws in the turbo version. And I want to say that the turbo, it's original we're talking about, came with FRP front and rear, shock towers and sway bars front and rear, whereas the original Mid was metal towers. And there was probably a lot more than that, but that's the differences I kind of remember from back in the day. So, yeah, I mean, awesome. We've got the body, but this does come with the big, solid plastic wing instead of the polycarbonate one. But I'm pretty sure I've got a Marwan Optima Mid full set, body set somewhere. I'm sure I have. So that'll give me the wing I need so it looks more like the original, because this looks great, this plastic wing, but it needs to be polycarbonate. It's got more detail, more shape in it. So yeah, I just need to order the yellow paint, MCI turbo decals. I need to order some of the original reproduction OT66 tyres from Marwan, because I want Bridgestones all round on this. And that's pretty much it. So a little bit of cost involved, but at the end of it, once it's built, with the extras I've got with it, which you haven't seen yet, which you're going to love, it's going to be a very, very special car, and it's going to look like the Optima, the Kyosho Turbo Optima Mid, yellow, blue decals. Mwah! Beautiful. And I do want to run this. I want to make this a runner, but I am so full of shit, and I know I am. But that point being, right now, when eventually I do come round to build it and fit electrics and run it, I mean, that's what I'm thinking now. But what always happens is when it's finished, it's mint and it's just sparkling in front of me, especially with the reproduction tyres on it and stuff. It's just going to look so good. So I don't know. I'm kind of done with telling you guys and girls what I'm going to do in the future, because I never do it. So I'm absolutely full of poo. So anyway, yeah, I'll move this off and we'll take the lid off this and I'll just show you. In fact, I'll do it here. Why not? Let's just make life easy for ourselves. Oh, so cool. So, yes, absolutely over the moon to get this one. I was just going to say, and the bits aren't in there, but they will be somewhere. So I just need to do this gently. Kyosho presentation. Very, very nice on the mid. Look at all those gold shocks. Beautiful. But, oh, it's gorgeous. You just look at it and you can see the motor plate, belts, metal gears, beautiful gold shocks, unis all round, full bearing kit. I love it. Anyway, extra bits. This all came with this car, and that's why I really went for it. Beautiful body. So, I'll start with the bigger stuff. So we have, first of all, a full carbon chassis set for it. Wide deck as well, which is so cool, and there's tons of carbon in there. So we've obviously got front and rear towers, we've got main chassis, top deck, and lots of other little bits, and there's instructions in there and all the brackets and the hardware. Just that alone is going to make the Optima Mid just look so nice. And then after that we have Kyosho CNC motor plate gunmetal. Look at that. That's beautiful. So obviously the kit's got one. It's there. Look, let me just throw that down. So that's the kit version, and we replace it with that. Now obviously that with the black carbon. Mwah! Love it. What else we got? So many bits. It's so cool. I'll do a bit Kyosho bits first. He also, do you know, I absolutely forgot the gentleman's name I bought it from as well. He was very local. Lovely fella, and after I was talking to him for a couple of minutes, he realised who I was through YouTube, and it was really cool. So he was kind of chuffed that it was coming here, and I'm chuffed that I got it. So apologies, I don't remember your name. That's horrible, but I actually bought this probably 3 months ago. It might even be longer. Anyway, next part, genuine Kyosho, is they just say Optima Mid stabilizer kit, front and rear. It's just so cool. I'm over the moon, because obviously that takes the standard Optima Mid to the turbo version to have the sway bars. Really cool. Then we have so many bits. This one, now these are the next one's a Year Racing aluminium upper deck mount for Kyosho Optima Mid. Now it looks a gorgeous piece of alloy, obviously in black, so it's all going to match. But I don't know what that bit does or where that bit goes. Aluminium upper deck mount. Yeah, so that's going to be a new one to me, but obviously it's real nice to have. Then continuing with Year Racing, we have aluminium front C hubs for the Optima Mid, so alloy. Year Racing, I don't know if they're going to be any good, but as a build, as you can imagine, these are cool bits to put on it. Then we have the aluminium rear hubs for the Mid. Really, really nice. Again, all black. So you see the theme of it. And then last but certainly not least, we've got Jazz Rider, which is the... so they're rear hubs. That's your front C hubs. And then this is your actual main alloy front hubs. But again, they're Jazz Rider. But again, in black. So nice. So I think, as you can imagine, when I saw this, although the price was the same, whatever I paid for this, I could have bought a brand new one from anywhere, or from Kyosho. But all these parts on top, and I don't know how much these parts cost, but you add all that up, it won't have been cheap. So to have all that, sorry for the noise, I'm just absolutely over the moon. And I have to be very honest. Sorry for the noise. When or once I get my mojo back in the hobby, this is 100% the first kit I'm going to build on this channel, because it's just, I love it. And I know that because I've not been feeling the hobby, that I need something to really float my boat when I build it. And this is going to be it, because putting that together with all those extra bits and the carbon, it's going to be pretty epic for me as a builder. And then obviously doing the bodywork side of it, Turbo Optima Mid just looks so good. So yeah, I do need to get those bits on order, but there's no real rush, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing on order anywhere else for this channel, or indeed Tamiya Legends. Everything's now Tamiya. I'm at that stage now where I've kind of got everything that I wanted. There's always stuff you want, isn't there? But you know, it's ridiculous. I won't even tell you how many new unbox kits I've got waiting to be built. It's embarrassing, to be honest. But yeah, I think the only things I'll be buying in the future, if they're at the right price and I can afford them, is something, you know, brand new that I really want. But and that's a nice position to be in, because it takes a while to kind of get what you want, and I am almost there. This year we missed out, or back in the last year, obviously the 60th Optima Mid and the Yokomo. Just couldn't afford those two. But yeah, you can just go forever, can't you, throwing money at this? And I'm like, I just counted up how many kits I've got new in box to build, and then there's restorations and little jobs all around, and especially the rate I'm doing the hobby. It just makes no sense now for me to bring anything else in unless it is uber cool, and something I really want. Obviously, saying that, and sorry, this is for the other channel, but for the collection wise, now the TRF thing's nearly complete. I just need the TRF 511. Not even looked for one yet. I'll put my feelers out, but yeah, and I've got the TRF bodies to send away to get professionally painted as well. So, and that's quite a bit of cost. So, although I'm not bringing any kits in, I've still got a little bit of outlay to get these other stuff finished. But yeah, it's a nice position to be in. Anyway, I'm rattling on, so I do apologise. I'm kind of nervous again on this video because I've just not been in front of a camera for so long. Anyway, that's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope, like me, you're really looking forward to for me putting this one together. And the RC10 clear at some point in the future, but that's a perfect winter build. Obviously, we're just coming out of winter now, but that would be a perfect winter build because there's no painting involved, and I would imagine that's very enjoyable put together because it's obviously all the plastics are clear and what have you. Anyway, as always, my friends, thanks so much for watching, and as always, yeah, happy RCing.